everyone, and welcome to another dhan video. My name's dhan, and today we're going to be looking at Circuit Royale and how Ana can play on Circuit Royale effectively. So probably best position for Ana here is going to be this high ground that Cassidy's going up right now. They're not going to have much sights on you unless they really round that corner. So it's going to be similar to Havana in that case. If you want to see how Ana tackles Havana, feel free to check out the thumbnail above me. Nice. Just be wary of the Bastion rounding that corner. The more right you go, the more the enemy can see you. The more left you go, the less enemy can see you. We didn't need to drop there, although it probably was better we dropped there. So unfortunately, we're kind of just giving them positioning for free. And we're just losing because we're giving them positioning for free. I'm just gonna act like we didn't drop there. And we just play this position instead of the position you're playing so that we're getting less shots. So maybe we sleep this Bastion, we go over here, we help kill that Junkrat. So now Junkrat's dead. Maybe our team's staying up here. Or they should at least. We can poke out all these slow moving targets right here. Us just constantly backing up here is us just giving them free stuff for free. They're just pushing cart for free, and there's nothing we're doing about it. Your entire purpose on defense is you want to stall this cart. So backing up and dying is actually worse than just feeding your life away and dying, because this they're pushing cart for free. If we're feeding our life away and dying, at least we're stopping cart for the 2 or 3 seconds it takes to kill us. Up here with the Widow is probably where you want to be. Also, when you are rotating out, maybe up here is going to be a better option because you have this cover here. That's going to be, though, if your team holds this corner, of course. Unfortunately, you guys never held a corner, though, so you kind of were forced to back up all the way. And then maybe here would be good if you're holding this corner, at least for meantime's sake. And then once you guys actually win the fight, rotate back up here and play here, where you're playing right now. Oh. So Winston just got nanoed there, and we just didn't back up. We had to know that the Winston was probably going to jump on us, so we probably just needed to get our distance away. Yeah, unfortunately, we're just kind of getting rolled, and it's not entirely our fault. We probably could just be helping our team out by maybe sleeping that Bastion a little more. We're getting a little too close to the fight. You have to remember they have a Winston, so in order for us to actually destroy the Winston, we want to be super far back, so when he jumps and super overextends, he's leaving either his backline exposed or himself exposed. If we play close to our Sigma, the Winston never has to overextend real deep, and he'll be able to get onto us like this for free without any issues. And he's already, you know, back with his team because he didn't have to go in that deep. That was a bit of an overextension from him. Yeah, flying back by these pillars is probably going to be your best positioning on Circuit Royale for Ana. Most of my positioning tips are going to be default positions. Of course, you always got to play on the fly depending on what their team's running. For instance, if they have a Junkrat, you don't want to be playing in chokes. If they have a Widow, you don't want to be taking long sight lines. If they have a Reaper, you don't want to be playing in close areas. Just keep that in mind when you're playing too. Good. We missed the one-shot combo. That's unfortunate. We got a little flustered there. If we walked over to the Mercy, though, and just shot her once and punched and then shot again, she could have probably died. Or even if we probably punched twice, to be honest. With the ball on point. Sleeping the Bastion would have helped there. Sleeping the Bastion. Bastion's going to be our main target that we want to sleep. If you guys are liking this coaching content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We are approaching 200 subscribers, and I try to post videos about coaching so that I can help you guys climb. If you guys are liking it, really appreciate it. If you guys have any replays of your own that you want me to review, just feel free to drop it in the comments below. I'll try to get to them as quickly as possible so that we can help you climb out of your rank. Try to line up our sleuths better. That was kind of just a random flick in that direction. Only other suggestion is maybe Ana is not the pick here. And maybe we have to go a little more aggressive. Maybe going Zenyatta or Baptiste. As those heroes, we're going to get a little more pick potential against them that we just can't really bring as Ana. It might be a good idea to just try to learn other heroes so we're not just stuck on the Ana pick, because she doesn't work every time. Zenyatta also synergizes well with Genji, as no matter how deep Genji goes, as long as Zenyatta can see him, Genji will have a Harmony Orb on him, so Genji can go real deep and still get the heals he needs. Not to mention, I think Transcendence is probably the... If it's not the best, it's probably one of the top 5 ultimates in the game. Yeah, you guys got to get up to the top of the hill. Now as a team, we want to push and hold that choke so that they can't get out for free. Way to dodge that. Fashion diff. Yeah, that Mercy can die. I probably would stop healing the team and heal the... And we got a little too sucked into point again. Very good. Crazy sleep. This is good positioning here too. Oh no. Oh my goodness. So, sometimes we can kill a sleeping target. Sometimes it's better to actually walk away from the target and just act like they're dead for 5 seconds. That's gonna help you guys figure out the rest of the fight, and that person that's dead is probably gonna try to track you down. It's going to be safer for you to do that than to potentially duel them and maybe die. I think if the maid self-healed a little longer, she probably could have actually outplayed you there, but she just got a little impatient. So on some heroes, mainly tanks, mainly Reapers, Meis, you can't one-shot them, so it's better actually, if you sleep them, to just give them some space unless you have a damage with you. We're just gonna win this because they're gonna keep staggering. That Winston should have just bounced out, but he was staying for some reason. Probably should have held on to that nade, but probably needed in, like, maybe not, because they're still pushing out. Because it's overtime, I'm gonna give you benefit of the doubt to stay on cart. Them waiting nano here probably wasn't the best, since you guys have spawn right there. Yeah, just stay away from cart, your diva has it. Make sure you guys have comms on and communicate. I'd say most people can climb 1 or 2 tiers, maybe even 3, just for using comms. And from what I've experienced in Overwatch 2, not many people use comms for some reason. Very good nano visor. Unfortunately, he just died because he was in a bad position. You were also kind of in a bad position. The Junkrat's only going to get really good value if everyone stays grouped up when he uses his tire. You probably should have just played that high ground to the right of you. Probably also could have gotten you out of mail too. Try to get that nano. Oh, that we just got to be more aware that the Basham is also in front. You are going to randomly miss nano, but there we probably could have also stayed high ground to make it a little easier to choose the difference between which hero we're nanoing. There is also a confirm option on Ana if you like to be certain on who you're going to nano. That's going to make it a lot easier to make sure you nano the right target. So you can play around with that in the training range to see if it's something that you enjoy. Personally, I don't enjoy using it, so sometimes I'll occasionally nano a Mercy. So things we need to work on. Sometimes Ana's not the best pick. We need to sometimes realize when she's not the best pick and maybe swap to something that can help us a little more. We need to not suck ourselves on point even though it's getting close to overtime because we're dying way too early in those cases. We need to understand that when they're running kind of a dive comp, that we need to play ourselves back more so that when the tank does overextend, they leave their backline exposed and our team can either capitalize on that or they leave themselves exposed because of how overextended they are and we can capitalize on that. So I hope this all helps and happy climbing.